Alright, hey guys, this is going to be my first kind of collection video. It's going to be my Wii collection. First of all, just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm not really a collector per se. I'm more of a gamer, so you'll see that I don't really have a whole lot of games, but I have a lot of great games because I get games that I like to play, or maybe that I want to play. Like you see one game here, it's still sealed. So, yeah, just keep that in mind as I'm going through this, that I don't buy a bunch of games just for the sake of owning them. So, here we go. First game I have here is Muramasa the Demon Blade. I haven't played it yet. It's supposed to be really good though, so I'm looking forward to getting around to this. The next game I have here is Metroid Prime Trilogy, and this is pretty hard to find now because it's, in a steelbook case and it had a limited print run, but if you can find it for a decent price, it's worth picking up to play all three Metroid Prime games and on one disc. Next here I have Metroid Other M, and I got this game at launch because I'm a pretty big Metroid fan, and a lot of people will tell you that this game sucks. This game doesn't suck. The voice acting for Samus is what sucks, not the gameplay. So if you've been putting this off because you heard it's not good or whatever, you should definitely give it a try. You could get it pretty cheap. A lot of people can get it for, $10 or less. Next here I have Resident Evil 4, the Wii edition. I never played Resident Evil 4 until this version of it. I was never really big on Resident Evil. I am now because of this, but yeah, it's a great game. So if you haven't played Resident Evil 4 for some reason, check it out. You usually get it around like $10-12, brand new. Next here I have Resident Evil the Dark Side Chronicles. This is a on-rail shooter. Kind of retells the events of some of the earlier Resident Evil games. It's a pretty fun co-op game. It's definitely a little bit more difficult than your traditional rail shooter because it's kind of got like a very shaky camera, so makes it kind of harder to shoot off zombie heads when you got a camera kind of shaking all over the place. Next up here I have Rayman Origins. I've not really played this yet. I only played a level or two. It seems pretty cool. Heard good things about it. Got it for cheap, like $10. So looking forward to playing that. Mario Kart Wii here. And this is a really good Mario Kart game. I'm pretty sure you can still find people playing this online. I play it with GameCube controller. I don't really care for the Wii wheel or the Wiimote nunchuck setup. I like my dual thumbstick controllers typically, so that's how I play it. But it's got a lot of different control schemes, as you can see there. So Punch-Out. This is a reboot, I guess you can call it, for the. It's got a lot of the classic characters like King Hippo and Glass Joe and some others from the original Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out. It's a really good game. You should definitely play it with the Wiimote sideways setup as if it's a original Nintendo NES game. Anything else, yeah, you're gonna have some trouble, especially if you try playing with the Wii balance board. Yeah, good luck with that. This game gets pretty hard later on. Link's Crossbow Training. This came with the Wii Zapper, which I'm pretty sure this is the only game that I've ever played with the Wii Zapper, but, it's Legend of Zelda related. How can I not get it? And it was only like $20-25 when it came out, so, yeah. I don't know. If you find it cheap, it's fun to play with the Wii Zapper, but other than that, I mean, there's really not much use for the Wii Zapper, so no point in getting it. Alright, GoldenEye 007. I have both the Wii version and the Xbox 360 version, and I could say, in spite of the graphical overhaul of the 360 version, that I prefer the Wii version. Just something about the gameplay. It's a little bit faster paced, I guess, and I don't know, feel like you take maybe a few more bullets to die, which I like because I prefer games that are like run and gun, like time splitters. And I'm not really a huge fan of like Call of Duty or Halo or anything like that. So, but it's a great shooter on the Wii, and if you don't even care about multiplayer, the single player is really good, so it's worth checking out. Uh, Next up here is Donkey Kong Country Returns. This is a really good game. It's a really, really good reboot to the Donkey Kong Country series. It was made by Retro. They did the Metroid Prime series on the GameCube and the Wii. And it's really good, though. It's worth checking out. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first two Donkey Kong Countries on the Super Nintendo, but definitely worth playing. So, pick it up. Next year I got a couple games I haven't played yet. This one's not open yet. I just got this recently for Christmas, and that's Disney's Epic Mickey. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be a good game. That's about all I know, so I'll get around to it eventually. And another game, I just got this yesterday. This is Dead Space Extraction. This is an on-rail shooter, and it's supposed to be a really good one, so I'm looking forward to it. The Wii is really good for on-rail shooters. Next year I have No More Heroes 2. This is the sequel to the original No More Heroes on the Wii, which I never played. I only played the second one, and it's really good. I don't know. It's got that Suda51 style. I don't really know how else to describe it. If you played Shadows of the Damned on the Xbox or PlayStation 3 or Killer 7, you'll kind of know what to expect with this. It's kind of like a third-person hack and slash type of game. Next year I have Centipede Infestation. This is a twin-stick shooter. It was made by WayForward, which pretty much everything they make I enjoy, so that's why I picked it up. You can get it pretty cheap too, because I don't really think it's sold too well. The story is, you could throw the story away, it doesn't really matter, but as far as the gameplay goes, it's pretty solid. It's a twin stick shooter, it's pretty fun. You got flamethrowers and stuff, and it's cool. Check it out. Next up here I have Bit Trip Complete. This is a complete collection of the Bit Trip games that came out on WiiWare. You can also get some of them on Steam and maybe some other places like Xbox Live. I'm not sure, but I haven't really played this. I played Bit Trip Runner on Steam and a little bit of Bit Trip Beat. But this is a nice collection of all of them. If you like to own physical copies of games and not buy digital downloads if possible, then definitely check this out. It also comes with some extra stages and unlockables and a soundtrack as well. New Super Mario Brothers Wii. I don't really know what to say about this. It's a 2D side-scrolling Mario. You should know what to expect. It's 4-player co-op. It's fun. That's pretty much it. That's all there is to say. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the video game. This is another game by WayForward. This is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's done very well. The controls, you can only use the Wiimote and Nunchuck, which I kind of wish it had like classic controller support for this type of game, because this is a game that would benefit greatly from a setup like that, since it's like retro styled. But I don't know, it's good. I mean, the waggle is kept to a minimum, and it's pretty fun. It has co-op. You could play as Batman or Robin or some of his other sidekicks, as you see here on the cover. It's a good game, definitely worth playing. Next up here I have Kirby's Dream Collection, and this is a collection of some old Kirby games: Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. I've only played it a little bit, but I could say that this is a pretty good showing for Kirby's anniversary. The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword. I have the bundle that came with the Wii Remote Plus and the soundtrack For some people, this game, they didn't like it for whatever reason. You spent a lot of time in, Skyloft, which is the main town in the game. But I loved it. I mean, they added an upgrade mechanic where you collect, excuse me, you collect different items and you use those to, like, strengthen your shield by forging it, or, stuff like that. I kind of liked that there was only one town to go to, because then when I needed to go to the shop or find somebody in the town, I knew where they were, because you only spend time in the one town. But other people didn't like it. I don't know. I guess it's a mixed bag type of thing, but definitely worth checking out. Next here I have the 25th anniversary collection for Super Mario. Compared to the Kirby collection, this is a pretty poor showing by Nintendo, I gotta be honest. It's a soundtrack CD which hardly has any tracks on it. The history booklet's pretty cool, but then it's basically Super Mario All-Stars from the Super Nintendo, unchanged, on a disc. They could have done something better, maybe some unlockable concept art, or some of the Mario cartoons from back in the late 80s, early 90s, like they did with Kirby. They had Kirby cartoons on that one. I don't know what they were thinking with this. Good thing it was only $30 when it came out, because that's about all it was worth. Next up, we have the Operation Rainfall games here, and here's the last story. I have the limited edition that you got if you pre-ordered. It came with the art book and this bigger case. This game's really good, and if you haven't gotten it for whatever reason and you like JRPGs, then pick it up. This game blew my expectations away. Next is Xenoblade Chronicles. I had very low expectations going into this game because I didn't really pay too much attention to it. The main reason that I originally pre-ordered it was, well, because I heard it was great. It had great Metacritic scores in Europe and Japan and whatever. But also because I kind of wanted to support this. I wanted to support Nintendo taking a chance and bringing games like this over, because, the reason we don't really get games like this anymore is because sometimes they tend to fail, like Earthbound was a big failure, and now it's critically acclaimed, and we got to spend $150 on eBay to get a card-only copy of it to play it. So I want to kind of prevent that if possible, so I bought it, and it's amazing. This is easily one of my top 3 games this gen. I got lost in this game for about an entire month just playing it, and it's fantastic. The graphics are nice and colorful. The music is awesome. Definitely pick this up. It's going to be one of the more expensive rare Wii games down the line. Wii Sports. Came with the system. I think everybody that has a Wii knows what Wii Sports is. Wario Land Shake It. This is a very, very good 2D side-scrolling platformer. Even though it has Shake It in the title, you don't really do a whole lot of shaking. You basically just kind of shake the money out of the coin bags. So it's got like a traditional sideways Wiimote setup. But it's a good game. Check it out if you've never heard of it. I think that's one of the lesser known Nintendo published titles. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This is the Wii system seller. If you don't care about Wii Sports and you're over the age of like 30. Or under the age of 30, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's great. It's a great game. It has a lot of different control schemes you could use. Pretty sure everybody knows about Brawl. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. These are some of the best Mario games that I've ever played, especially as far as 3D games go. At first, when I first played the original Super Mario Galaxy, I was getting a little disoriented by like the circular landscapes and going around to navigate them, but these are great. Check them out if you haven't. And last, I have Sonic Colors. I just got this recently, haven't played it yet. Have heard good things about it, and I picked it up because I enjoyed Sonic Generations that I played on Steam. So looking forward to playing this. So that's it, guys. I mean, that's my first video. Tell me if there's anything I could do differently, something you like, you didn't like. video suggestions, and thanks for watching.